What's up, guys? So I got two questions of the day for you. Do you have to be rich to eat healthy? And does eating healthy cost a lot more? And so this depends on your spending range, as well as, are we talking eating out or buying the food at a grocery store? So if you are just trying to make ends meet and you're working a minimal wage job and barely being able to pay rent and just trying to get some food so you don't starve to death, you best believe that there are options out there that will fill you up and may not be the healthiest, but is a lot cheaper. And so let's start with eating out. Obviously, we're talking fast food restaurants here. So you got the McDonald's, the Burger King, Chipotle, and then you got the salad stations, the fast food salad stations. At least where I live, let me just give you a quick benchmark here. The typical standard Caesar salad with just like lettuce, croutons, and a Caesar dressing costs roughly around $5. And you can get a Chipotle bowl for around $5 or like $4.50 where I live. Or at McDonald's, you can get like 4 things off the dollar menu now with inflation and everything in the dollar menu costing more than $1, but around 3 or 4 things, maybe three hamburgers or cheeseburgers from the dollar menu, or a Big Mac and maybe a little something extra. And so if you look at those things, I don't know, I think the Chipotle bowl would fill me up more. And then if you want to go into specifics like specialty salads, like you get a $7 salad or a $10 salad with additional toppings, additional stuff, but it's going to cost you, and that's just for one sitting of food. And so there you can have it. I can just end the video right there because a lot of freaking people fall into that category, whether you're a college grad who are just trying to pay back the college debt that you've attained and can't seem to find a good job at all, and you're working in a very low paying job. Now let's turn, however, to, let's say you have some spending money. You're not like starving to death. You have a bit of spending money. Is it that big a deal? And quite frankly, it's not as bad as you think, although in some ways you might spend a little more. So if you're at the grocery store and we're talking, middle class people who can, you have some spending money for food. You don't have to buy ramen every day. In fact, I highly suggest buying ramen every day rather than going out and eating at McDonald's every day if you're homeless. But anyhow, talking about just having spending money, let me just give you a few tips on what you should get. First off, let it be clear that you do not need meat in order to survive. Meat gives protein, and protein comes in a lot of other forms, including tofu. Tofu is like the most commonplace food in China. I've grown up with tofu. I've loved tofu, especially when it's like fried and golden, but that's not healthy. And so yeah, tofu is like the common food for peasants in China for thousands of years. So it's a very, very well-known food, and it provides a lot of protein as well, as much as some other forms of meat. And if not, you can just eat more protein. And there's obviously other forms of protein other than tofu if you don't like tofu. But yeah, so get it out of your mind that you need meat in your diet. And so if you think about it, these are like the essentials you need, and this is what I would recommend for people who want to stay healthy. And you'll realize it's not that expensive. First, you want some sort of wheat. So brown rice or white rice, obviously you know which one is better, but the brown one, it's always the brown one or white rice. Whole wheat bread or white bread, brown one is better. Or whole wheat pasta or regular pasta, you know which one's better. And so these things are healthy, and then you got your sort of grains filled out. Then you need vegetables. Just buy them at the grocery store, broccoli and so forth. It's not that expensive. And then you need something to drink, water is your option, period. Just water. And if you don't like the taste, throw in some ice cubes. If you still don't like the taste, I mean, look, dude, you're trying to get healthy, right? That's another freaking thing behind this whole thing. It's not just, money. It's realizing that the food tastes crappy and eating it anyways. And yeah, when let's say you are eating out and you got that salad in front of you, that's that $10 salad, and right next to you guys are your friends who are eating Chipotle and McDonald's. Well, it's gonna suck, but you better man up and eat that bland salad if you want to be healthy. I mean, it might help you in the long run. But yeah, you want your grains like wheat, bread, or brown rice. Then you want some sort of protein, either in the form of tofu, or if you want to go ham, like if you want to go real man mode, a lot of like real man mode fitness people do this. They just stop looking for foods for protein. They simply buy protein powder, which is very cheap, and then they either just eat that down by itself, which is very hard, or mix it in with the water. So rather than drinking water every day, they just drink this mix of protein mix and water, this like brown sort of slosh, and there you have your protein. Otherwise, you want to look towards meats if you really want to go there, and there's lean meats, but again, it's costly sometimes. And again, the danger of meat is usually the fat, so you want to stick away from any form of fat you see on the meat. It's usually like white, so you can tell. Plus, it's like pudgy and stuff. And so just go to your local grocery store, go to your meat section, and look for the lean meat. On top of that, you have, that's it. That's all you need, and you're set to go. And that is what you really need in order to survive. So if you have a little bit of spending money, that will keep you healthy, that will give you all the nutrients you need, and you are good to go. And that's what a lot of fitness instructors sort of use to eat. That's just like a basic guideline. And so that's all I have to say. Now, if you are rich, on the other hand, and you have near infinite amounts of money, you can throw all this out the window. You can hire a personal chef, or just go on the internet and research it yourself. But I guarantee you, there are some ingenious ways, because the human mind is just so amazing, because there's just some genius people who have come up with ways, and some of them might be very cheap, some might be very expensive, where the food tastes amazing, if not better than regular fast food or regular food. At the same time, it's very healthy. And sometimes, you get a little bit of compromise, so you have to be very cautious. But one I can think of is it's like spinach vegetarian lasagna. At first I was a little off put, because I am a meat lover's lasagna person for sure. But then I smelled it, I saw the other people enjoying it, I tried it, delicious. It's vegetarian, spinach, tasted good, tasted amazing. But again, a lot of those come with compromises. There is a lot of cheese and fats in that lasagna. So yeah, if you're rich, hire a chef to figure it out for you, or just research it online. Guarantee you there's going to be some foods that taste good and are also either hella expensive or just not expensive at all, but regardless, they're healthy for you. So that's all I got from my 2 cents. It was definitely a very sort of basic outline, so if you want any specifics or details, you want to go on Google or just search up the details online yourself and research it yourself for the specifics. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.